But oh Lord. Okay, so that's it with one layer. Oh wow. Welcome back to my channel. So I caved, and when the Kylie Vacation collection came out, I did purchase a few bits. It was mainly because it was such like a nude based collection, and if you guys have followed me for a while, you guys know 1, I love a nude lipstick, 2, I love a nude gloss, and 3, I freaking love highlighters. So they were actually kind of all the products that I got. So I got both of her glitter glosses, the nude matte lipstick set, and one of the loose powder highlighters as well. So in this video I do swatch them, I test them out on my lips, I test out a combination on my lips as well, and I test out the highlighter wet and dry and see what I think of them all. I did pay over $100 for all of them, and then I was hit with customs because I am from the UK, so it was like another $30 on top of that. So overall I did spend quite a bit of money on this collection, so I obviously wanted to test it out for you guys and see if it was worth it in case you guys get hit with the same customs and shit like I did. So if you want to see if I thought it was worth it, then keep on watching. Okay, feeling pretty bare right now considering I have no highlighter on or no lips. But that is because, like I kind of said in the intro, the products that I did pick up were lip products, and I picked up one of the loose glitter highlighters. So I thought I better kind of obviously use them live in action. So the one that I got is the shade Fiji. I think this is the second to lightest one. So let me show you what it looks like. So it comes in like a little plastic pot like this. That is one thing I didn't really like. I did think that this packaging was a little bit cheap and you can't really see like the product inside it. But here is a close-up of it, and I will do a swatch for you now as well. So I don't have any primer on. I've literally just dipped my finger in there once. And this is probably the product that I was the most impressed with because it is super, super pigmented. But as a loose glitter, I think you'd probably expect it to be quite pigmented. So it has all the thumbs up from me so far. I love a loose glitter highlighter. I think they are the most intense, which is why I picked one of these up rather than the like pressed powder one. I think it was in that Skinny Dip Duo. I definitely wanted the loose glitter. Like I said, this is the second to lightest shade, and I thought on one side of my cheek I would do it literally straight from here, and then on the other side I thought I would wet it with Fix Plus and show you how intense it can be then, because with loose powder highlighters that is a way to make them pop a lot more. So I'm just gonna take the highlighter, and this is a MAC 224 brush. I'm literally just gonna dip the brush in, and I have about this much product on there. Now this is gonna be the side that I just apply it as it is, and I am gonna just tap a little bit off because I always do that anyways. But oh Lord. To me, I feel like that's pretty good in the sense that it doesn't really look, it's not very like glittery, even though it looks like there is kind of like glitter in it. And I think when it's not damp and just with one little bit, it gives a really gorgeous soft glow. I might go in with a second layer and see what that looks like. Okay, so if you like a really, really intense highlighter, this is definitely intense. Like, that's with a second layer, and I can see that it literally picks up on the light so much, and I really like the colour as well. I was scared it was going to be like too rose gold. The lighter one was definitely too pale for me, and I did try and get the darkest one just because I love a bronzed body glitter, and I would have put that kind of more on my body. But I'm so glad I managed to get hold of this one because this one's actually really pretty. So these were actually $14, and I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like that's about £10 in like English money. So for this, I can't really tell how much product you get. I think it might say, let me look on the website, hold on. So this is 4 grams of product. So I can't really do the maths, but I feel like that's quite good, especially for like that intensity. And I feel like with loose powders, you barely need any anyway. So for $14, not too bad. But now let's do the other side and like let's wet the brush and let's see how pigmented it is then. So again, I'm just gonna pick up like a fair amount, and then I'm gonna take my Fix Plus spray. Ooh. Give that a little spray and a waft around, and again do the same thing. So I I think actually applying it wet almost kind of created the same intensity as like 2 layers, and I also feel like it kind of molded it all a little bit together and it blended a bit better. So I recommend maybe wetting your brush while using it. But no, I'm really impressed with that. I literally put highlighter everywhere, so let's just take the remnants of what's on the brush and dust it around. But no, I think that's a really pretty colour. I'm now going to obviously take some on my cupid's bow and down the bridge of my nose. I'm not wetting the brush this time, but just dusting it lightly. But what do you guys think? Did you guys pick up any of the loose powder ones? And if you did, let me know how you get on, because I'm really liking them. Maybe if you have slightly like textured skin, they're not going to be the product for you. But I feel like if you have slightly smoother skin like me and you're in the market for a new highlighter, $14 isn't too bad. But again, I guess I did pay the customs, so it depends. I think this has been worth the purchase. Okay, moving on to lip products. That is kind of like the majority of what I got. So I did pick up the nude matte lipstick set. Now, I was trying to think the best way to do this. So I'll swatch each colour for you on my hand, and then I will show you how they apply on it to the lip. And then the other 2 lip products that I got are the Ultra Glitter Glosses. So I thought I would show you what these look like on their own, just like on top of nothing. And then at the end, I will pick my kind of favourite lip combination and show you if they work together, if that makes sense. So I think because I don't want to like pigment? I don't want to like dye my lips from the liquid lipsticks, I'm going to go ahead and do the glosses first. I love a glittery gloss, so this was like a must for me. And the 2 colours are Glitz and Glamour. Glamour is definitely more of like a bronze rose gold, and Glitz is definitely more of like an iridescent pearly pink. Now these on her Instagram, maybe I'll insert a picture here, swatched really pigmentedly glittery. Basically they just looked a super, I can't even say it. They basically looked like a proper glittery gloss. So I was like, oh my god, I need this because I love my lips to look like they're dazzling. So let me swatch. This is the colour Glitz. So I've dabbed my hand in the product a few times. I mean, it definitely is glittery, but it feels really bitty. But I guess you can't really expect much less if you want it to be glittery. But the colour pigmentation isn't that, like, clear, if that makes sense. But I mean, this is the lighter one of the 2. So let's go ahead and swatch Glamour. So this is more of the rose gold colour. So again, I'm just gonna, like, give it a few pumps. Is it me, or is that just not what it looked like? Maybe I'm just too tanned. So this is what they look like. That is Glamour swatched next to it. I did think it was going to be a lot more of it, like a bronzy colour, like thicker colour payoff, but it really kind of is just like a glitter top coat. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my lips, but I'm going to wipe the foundation off, but then I am just going to like dab over it with my beauty blender again, so there is a little bit of a base. But then just because I think on like my lips are really naturally quite pigmented, so to be able to kind of see it properly, I feel like I need something there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we can apply the glosses. Okay, so this is just like my bare lips, like I said, and then I just dabbed them slightly with a beauty blender. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply Glitz. So like I said, this is the slightly lighter one of the 2. Okay, so that's it with one layer. Oh, wow. So they actually feel a lot more comfortable than I thought they would. I thought I'd be able to like feel the bits, if that makes sense. But this is super like intense. I definitely think I would prefer this over something, if that makes sense. So it's not just so clear on my lips. But like I said, this is the colour Glitz, so it is the lighter one of the 2. But I really like it. Like, I think, like I said, this would look better on top of something. But as like a lip, oh my god, it's like, okay. But it is definitely more of a lip topper, I feel. So these were slightly more expensive than the kind of powder glitter. These were $15, so just $1 more. So I feel like that is kind of around the £10, £11 mark. So for a really intensely, like, as you can see, glittery gloss, again, I don't think that's too bad. And I do quite like the colour. I think this would look nicer over a darker nude if you wanted to lighten it slightly or something like that. So I am a nude gloss lover. I am slightly favourable towards these ones, but let's try the other colour. Okay, so again, I have wiped it away, and now we can go ahead and apply the next one. So this one is the colour Glamour, so this one is the slightly more rose gold one. So I'm going to give it a couple of pumps and apply. Okay, so this one definitely has more of a golden bronze undertone, which is kind of what I thought anyway. Again, it is super comfortable. It isn't what I thought. I did think it was going to be quite bitty on the lip, but I do prefer this colour. I think it's slightly more of a warmer tone. This would kind of warm up like your cooler tone nudes. And I do love a like juicy pout, and I feel that's kind of the look that they give you. So again, this was $15 as well. It has kind of moved the foundation that I had underneath, which I kind of expected, but I'm hoping it doesn't do that if I apply it over liquid lipstick. So we're going to try on the liquid lipsticks, and then I'm going to pick my favourite two out of the glosses and the nude lipstick, and then we'll see how they wear together. Okay, please ignore how funny I look. I have just gone ahead and applied a lip liner just because so I can see what the kind of colour looks like with it, and this is how I would wear it. So the first one out of the set is the lightest one, and this one is called Naked. So this is the colour swatched. I did think that this one was going to be my favourite, as I am a light nude lover, and they smell amazing. That is one thing about her lip products that I do like, is the fact that they do smell incredible. They smell like vanilla-y, like sweets. So let's see how this applies on the lip. So I'm just taking kind of one brush stroke. So again, this is the lightest one called Naked. So I know this might be super pale for some people, but I did do that application with one kind of dip in the brush. So I am really impressed with the pigmentation. I do feel her lip products improve every time, because I feel like that is what a lot of people like to critique about, whether if it's the brushes that it comes with or the formula in general. But it does feel super comfortable. I've only had it on for about like 45 seconds, and I do feel like it has dried. I used to find that they kind of like transferred a little bit, or when you went like, they would just like rubbery, if that makes sense. You know, some liquid lipsticks kind of peel apart the more you like press your lips together because they're like too dry. I mean, it is starting to crack a little bit already, and I do feel like it will be one of those liquid lipsticks that you do have to kind of keep reapplying. But as for the colour, I feel like it's got slightly darker as it's like aired and had time to breathe. But I do really like that colour. Like I said, I do prefer the lighter nudes. What do you guys think? It applied super smoothly. Smells really good. I think I'll just have to test the longevity of it to see how it wears, or how the glosses apply on top. But as for the colour, I really like it. I'm trying to like keep my lip liner on, but the next colour is called Birthday Suit, and I feel like this one might be more people's cup of tea. It is the slightly darker one. So that one was Naked, so let's swatch Birthday Suit next to it. I feel like it's just a slightly warmer toned nude, which is kind of more people's cup of tea, and it's not as light as that one, so slightly more wearable. So I just dipped the brush in it once again. I do think I slightly prefer that colour. It is definitely more of like the wearable nude side of things, but still light as well. And I do like the warmer toned nude just because that complements my eyes more, and I do tend to wear warmer toned makeup a lot more. But yeah, the formula is still the same. It still feels exactly the same, which is always good, because I know some people get like dud ones within sets like this. But no, I definitely think most people will prefer this kind of colour. I feel like this would be a light toned nude on with someone with slightly darker skin. So if you're kind of more of a darker skin and you prefer a lighter nude, you might prefer this one. It's a shame. I don't think you can buy them individually. You have to buy them as a set, because I know I won't get as much wear out of the darker nudes as someone with darker skin would, or if you prefer that darker colour. If it was up to me, I would have only bought the first 2 shades of this set. So in that sense, the money's not really worth it for me. But I am obviously going to swatch these two and try them on as well. But these are the slightly pinker colours. Okay, so the next one I'm going to swatch is the shade Babe. It definitely looks a lot pinker than the other two from like in comparison. So I'm going to go ahead and do a swatch next to them now. So they're the first two, and then this one is Babe. So yeah, definitely a lot more of a rosier pink. Still quite a light pink, so if you like a pinky nude, then this one is probably more for you. As you can see, that one's definitely more cool tone, and this one is definitely more of like a lighter, like brown. And then yeah, this one definitely has a pinker undertone to it. So let's see how the colour looks on the lips. Okay, definitely not as pink as I thought it was going to be, and I actually really like the colour. But yeah, if you definitely prefer more of a pinky nude, I think this is really nice. It's like a rosy kind of colour, but it's not too pink. I definitely feel like there's warm undertones to it. So again, this was the colour Babe. With all of the colours, I am noticing they are getting darker as they are on the lip, and when I look back at the swatches, they do appear darker as well. But no, I think this would definitely look stunning on people with any skin colour. It's a really gorgeous mid-tone pink. Okay, I'm pleasantly surprised by the colour because I hate pink on me normally because I've got blonde hair, blue eyes. I don't want to look like a Barbie doll, but I think that one actually looks really pretty. Yay! And finally, I think this is the darkest colour. I couldn't tell between this one and the one before. This one is called Commando. So let's swatch it next to it. Again, I feel like it is more of the pinkier undertone, but maybe slightly of a warmer brown. I'm not sure. We'll wait till it dries and see, but I do feel like this is the slightly darker one out of all of them. So if you definitely have more of a tan or you prefer a darker nude, again, these two, like the bottom two, are probably more up your street. Now I'm looking at them on my hand. They are very, very similar. Like, very similar. The only difference is actually the one before looks more like a cooler tone. So this one is definitely, I think, more of a warmer tone. Okay, so now it's applied on the lips. This is definitely more of like a dark peach, which is so confusing because in their packagings, they look so pink, which is what kind of put me off buying them to start with. But I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll go for it just because I love a good nude matte lipstick. And she is the queen of nudes. I feel like she always has a nice nude lipstick on, so they can't be that bad. But no, this is definitely more of like a dark peach. I feel like this would look better on someone with darker skin tone as more of a nude than the other pink one. I think this is more of like a warmer tone. It'd be more complementary. But no, okay, so the formula of them overall, I feel like they're all the same, which is a plus. There's not one like better than the other. The brush is really easy to apply, and with all of them I only dipped my brush in once, so I do feel like they're going to last a long time. The price point of that set was $45, which makes them again just over the $10 mark each, so slightly cheaper than the lip glosses, I think. So I do feel like as the set, that's quite good value for money, but I do feel like they are a little bit dry. Little bit dry. But as for the colours, I think they looked okay, don't you think? So I'm not really disappointed in any of the colours from that set, which I was with when I ordered the the velvet ones. I hated the colours in them. There was only like two that looked nice. But I do really like all of these. So I feel like I am going to get my wear out of them. So maybe it was worth paying that extra bit. Okay, so I do think my favourite two did end up being the second to lightest one, which was Birthday Suit, and then the Glitz top coat, which was the first one that we applied. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the liquid lipstick and then that on top, and I'm going to see how they work together. So that is, again, the Birthday Suit colour. And I am just going to wait till it dries so I can give it like a fair chance. And I do like to highlight my Cupid's bow, which has kind of come off since the last time I did it, just to give it a little better definition. So like I said, with these, they do dry quite quickly. So I feel like that's pretty much dry. So now I am going to go ahead and apply the glitter gloss in Glitz on the top. And just giving it that like bite test that's like to see if it like separates. But no, that's wearing really comfortably. I thought this was going to be the like make or break deal that like it all starts to peel off and stuff, but that might come with time. But I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe because it's Kylie on Kylie that they work well together. That does tend to be what it is like with most brands. But no, it's not like my favourite nude combo of all time, but like out of all the products that I had, I really like it. I think it looks pretty. You might disagree, but I do love a light nude. So that was the kind of finished review and swatches and kind of my thoughts on the items that I got from the Kylie Vacation collection. If they are in stock, I have linked them down below. She did do a restock the other day, so if you're interested in any of the items that I purchased as well, I've left them all in the links down below. If you want to know the full makeup details of this look, I will have put them on Instagram by now, and I've left the link to that down below as well, so definitely make sure to give me a follow on there. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because I would love to see you in my next video, and it just lets me know if you guys are interested and you want to see more of these types of videos, so it really helps me out. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon. Bye guys!